So the Yawanawa tribe, obviously they are indigenous to Brazil, and they accepted us as family. It was very, it was tribal. It was very tribal, so they don't have things like television, radios, and things of that nature. So they are. It was a 10-hour total trip into the jungle. So they are really deep in the jungle. They accepted us as family. Their big thing is family and tribe and community. And so they took us in. They loved up on us. They taught us about the medicine. They taught us about some of their traditions. The Sambomama tree, where they do their ayahuasca. They speak to the tree. The tree's healing. So it was really beautiful.
And so, like this, in that sense, it kind of helped guide you, like as far as like the shamans and everyone that helped you feel facilitated in that type. Okay.
And I want to ask, was there any translation? Was there a translator?
They had a translator there. Okay. She was also from Brazil. That's where she was born and raised, and she actually did all the translating for us. Okay. And then there were others who were actually in the tribe. That went, so it was different groups that went to the tribe, and some of them were locals from Brazil, so they know what translation as well.
And so, like, as far as the sounds and the forest, the trees, did that play a part in your experience? Like, could you hear all the colors of the winds, they would say, Pocahontas style, or like, was it just like silence and absolutely nothing? You know what I mean? Like, what was that?
There were a lot of sounds. We didn't see any animals per se, other than we saw some vultures, birds, and frogs and things of that nature, but nothing. We didn't see any jaguars.
Okay,
I'm sure people did in ayahuasca, spirit animal.
Okay.
But I would say they are a musical tribe, so that is their gift, that is their medicine, is music. And so they sing from the start of the ceremony all the way to the end, and the ceremony is from 9 at night to 6 in the morning. And so their music with their singing under the within the medicine where you're on the ayahuasca, it's like vibrations all through your body, so you can hear every note, you can see the notes within the experience.
And so within those journeys while taking the plant medicines, hearing the sounds, I remember when we were sitting, you were expressing things that you vividly saw in some of the if you don't mind describing some of those experiences with us and the audience,
Yeah. So the biggest takeaway for me was that ayahuasca spoke to me and told me that we were from the water, that we come from the water. And so I seen vivid visions of us being held as children in the water, women being pregnant, huge boats, with Africans climbing on the boats, hanging on the boats, and foraging and singing, and so much beautiful things I saw. At one point I was at a circus, with circus animals, women on tight ropes, seeing geometrical shapes, being in a dome and looking up, and being in this dome covered in the forest, but still being able to see the stars. It was very, very cool.
And on my own DMT journey that I've had, I expressed to you before that I've seen similar natures of things where it's like being birthed and rebirthed in like this constant birthing bubble of such, and this mother sitting in the middle, multi-headed goddess, if you will. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's to the average mind, how would you be able to explain that to somebody?
Can't. It's very personal. Even in kinetics, I do have a kinetic name and I have studied kineticism, but being in the medicine and seeing the pyramids and seeing the hieroglyphics on the walls, on my visions, the hieroglyphics were moving, they were speaking, things of that nature. And I remember looking back at someone who was in the medicine behind me, and he asked me, was I Egyptian? So he also was seeing the same visions.
Make sure you like. What? Yeah.
You know, and you already know what else to do.
What's that?
Subscribe in this month
So you don't miss no signal.
Alright.
Peace.